Ladies and gentlemen, I am broke. I have hit bust. Not only in my own account, but in my father's account. Granted, there's a little bit of credit left. Not nearly enough for me to do what I need to, though. Not to say that I wouldn't rather have a flat screen plasma TV than this damn thing that I'm looking at right now. As you can see there's nothing spectacular. But again, it works. I don't necessarily need that. Honestly, what I really need is a little extra money so I can finish my project. Hell, I'd love to be able to print things on high gloss paper and do everything else with such, but the financial times just don't dictate it. If only my professors understood. But then again, I've also downgraded in a few more ways than just school. As you can see, I'm drinking Keystone Light, which, as you know, is the champagne of beers if you are a what's the common term? Maybe you'd call me a redneck. Yeah, who knows? Whatever the southern accent fits, right? But anyway, all I can say is that we've got a financial situation in this country right now that does not call for more taxes. It does not call for stricter taxes. It does not call for an embedding of any kind of thing in the tax bracket. Nothing needs to be changed as far as the amount of taxes we pay. The worst thing that you can do to a country in crisis, bordering on recession, is sit there and tax the fucking people that are trying to pay the bills and that are actually the people that are making this country work. The second you start taxing the middle class, which is shrinking every fucking second, is you making that fucking middle class shrink every second. Because, let's face it, these people that have these hundreds of millions of dollars, they've got people they can pay to make these taxes go away. They don't necessarily have to pay all these taxes. They can sit there and put things in other people's names and do every other kind of legal jargon you can think of to make it all just go away. And as long as you're rich, that's great. But what are you going to do if you're not rich? What are you going to do if you can't afford that lawyer that's going to make everything just go away? I haven't necessarily had to live this myself, but I can only imagine what the heartache would be. Having dealt with this shit myself, from the standpoint of having enough money to deal with it, and how hard that's been, I can only imagine how hard it's been for somebody who doesn't have the proper assets to handle that situation. All I'm saying is that whether you're going to vote Republican or Democrat in the fall, just think of this real quick. What are you going to do when gas is 2 or 3 times as much as it is? What would you be doing if we would have done what the rest of the world did in signing that pact on energy? Making our gas the same price as Europe, roughly around like $6 or $7 a gallon, depending on fuel grade and where you're at. But what would you have done? Honestly, ask yourself what you would do in that situation, and then ask yourself who you would vote for to make that not happen. And you did, and you voted Republican, and it didn't happen. So why the fuck would you vote for Obama right now? Please ask yourself that. And please give me a response as to why, because I'd really love to know what y'all are talking about. Because honestly, I just don't see it. I'm a 22-year-old Republican college student. This is my take.